To lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And it's a welcome back to health for last year's #1 pick. This is Dalvin Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Cousins now on 2nd down. Incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
That defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Vikings first down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Rodgers now to throw. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And they'll get him down right around the 16. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
On the sneak, Rodgers. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. on third down, here's Jones. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's first and goal. Now Jones, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a second down throw for Cousins. He finds an opening past the 40. The left side caught by Diggs. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Cousins on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Von Miller not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Third and short yardage. Cousins trying to lay one up deep, and he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Now Rodgers. A dump underneath to Jones. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out.
Inside. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Get reset. Hey, easy. Yeah, Liz. Zoom.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable, usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That's taken on the 25. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Now Cousins. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. On 2nd down, Cook. Oh, the spin. Cook with a first down and much more. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Of course, last year, you think about Dalvin Cook's injury in Week 4 with a torn ACL, just hoping that he can stay healthy in 2018.
And if so, we'll see plenty of runs that will be big time in 2018. Because in 2017, he took over the starting running back job as a rookie and was off to a terrific start. In fact, if you ask people in the Minnesota Vikings organization, they were giddy at the fact that they were able to get him outside of the first round and plug him into the lineup. They expect him to be big time in this season.
He'll get it up the middle, and he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. Now they'll run. Murray. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Latavius Murray, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Janikowski good with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
To throw is Rodgers on 3rd down. Hard throw, incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now out comes Minnesota. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Two minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Rodgers to throw on 3rd down. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3 and out. They'll try and run it in with Jones. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll give it to him up the middle, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Another timeout called by the Vikings now, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Crosby puts it through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Play fake. Cousins. He's going to let this one go deep. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Hey, check 26. Hey, check 26.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it in the end zone. A big-time drop.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. Going to throw again. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers add on to their lead. It's good to make it 17-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Robinson. Gets past one man. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Gun.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And out across midfield down to the 45. He got 29 yards that time. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Mike Daniels able to drop him for a loss of 4. Final play of the half, Cousins. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. 20. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Caught left side by Cobb. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off, okay? So they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Rodgers. It's caught outright by Graham. Oh, and now he bowls him over. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. On the counter, here's Jones. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
And 319.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And incomplete here on 3rd down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. A give. This is Cook. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Cook following the penalty. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They pitch it out to Cook. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 3rd and long for Cousins. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On is the punter King to send it away. Now the Packers get set to go. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to a stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
319. Hey, check 26.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Hey, check 26.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Lets this one rip toward Graham. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there out of Cook. 41 yards on the ground. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. Janikowski adds the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Out to kick is Janikowski. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back now at Lambeau. been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Rodgers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
The Packers on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Janikowski on for the extra point. Janikowski good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one, that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him. Now
a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down. The Packers on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Rodgers now. From the gun, he'll throw. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And that is incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. Looking at this situation, if they get a field goal out of this, it helps. But a touchdown would really help into going to secure the victory.
You know what I'm thinking right here? In the West Coast offense, in their parlance, every time they throw the football, they say you're either throwing it for a touchdown or a check down. In this case, it's either taking time off the clock or getting that touchdown that really puts you in firm control. I think they'll go either way on this one.
Again, it's Cook. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a third down.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Janikowski adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out to kick is Janikowski. Here comes Cobb. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for him.
He's got a man, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one goes for 36 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. To throw is Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and this belongs to the Vikings. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it. Putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Second down, Cousins. Forced out to his left. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Handoff comes to Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
The Vikings on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Cousins. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Now Janikowski for the field goal try. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And Janikowski bangs it through, and that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Hey, take 26.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Janikowski good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Moore now on the return. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Now a desperate, and now here is another interception. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching it? And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The 6-time Pro Bowler, Clay Matthews. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got